Today's question comes from Matt in Mountain View, who asks, I have a parked domain and want to launch a new website on it. Are there any pitfalls I should avoid? Should I keep my domain parked or put some sort of stub page there? Good question. I'm glad to clarify this because Google does have a parked domain detector. So if you've probably seen this where you land on the page and there's the lady with the backpack smiling at you, and it's like, click here to learn more about whatever. And those pages aren't as useful. Users don't like to see them, and they complain when they do see them. So we do have a parked domain detector that we run, and then when we detect that a page is parked or domain is parked, then we try not to show those pages in our search results. So the fact is, if you leave your domain parked right up until you launch, it might take a little while for us to recrawl that page and reprocess it, and for the parked domain detector to really believe that it's no longer parked. So my advice would be, once you buy a domain, if you do intend to put something there, a month, a few weeks, whatever, beforehand, just write a paragraph or 2 or 3 and say, this will be the future home of XYZ. We're going to be the world's #1 source of red widgets or blue widgets or green widgets or whatever it is that you're planning to do. And even if it's mysterious, just make sure that you write a paragraph or text of 2. It's not just like an empty page or like a complete empty web template, because we do try to detect that sort of behavior. But basically, differentiate yourself so it's not a parked page. And then that way, when you do put on the full live page, the full live site, we don't have to learn that your page is not parked. We can just instantly reindex and see that you've got the content. So it ideally makes sense. It's relatively straightforward, but it's just a little tip, because otherwise, if you're parked right up until you launch, it's almost like doing a U-turn. It takes us just a little while to recalibrate and figure out that the page is not parked anymore. So that small little bit of effort often will help in trying to make sure that the launch goes smoothly or that we're able to find the content relatively quickly.